a swap. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powell with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Horned Frogs will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Florida Gators offense will go on the attack first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate almost every ball. Turning it on!
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? It'll be third and long. Robinson will throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
This is a team that believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one and show the rest of the country just how good they are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the opening drive, getting the pick, and now setting the offense up here early with great field position.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. Fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. They'll run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Unloads quickly, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Robinson looking to pass. Makes the grab. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Gators will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. A strike downfield. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Flips it out in the flat. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Sometimes you need a little luck off that right upright and through. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the single back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. With the back. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again, just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Hit as he throws.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick completion to the right. Hits the accelerator to the right. Inside the touchdown Gator. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 2nd down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Brewer. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the 2nd level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Keeps looking downfield.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That brings them to within 1. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Robinson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw again. Snagged out of the air. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's a seam run. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. First down here for the offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the ground from the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Robinson looking to pass. Makes the grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Gone out of trouble and throws. Works the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The give to the back. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quick release by the QB. At the 40, there he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Now the play fake. Complete. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's going to catch you, big fella.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Robinson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Holds and fires complete to the right.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He's got it on the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Caught over the middle. It's Banks. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on first and goal. Hauls it in. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The toss sweep to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Robinson looking to pass. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Bulldozes his way through. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. They'll run it to the right side. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run, they get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quick release on the RPO. Still on his feet at the 35. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get line.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Robinson will throw. Right on the money. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Robinson looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. This time, he's got his man. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First, you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
Power football with the run. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
The give to the left. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor. Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then